did with Trevor today? Just the standard 4 innings, the next sort of, I guess, progression.
Yeah, that's his next progression. 4 innings tonight, and I just think he's been throwing the ball really well. He's just such a pro, and so to get him up and down 4 times, that's all we're looking for.
Again, I think we've asked this question every time, but now that another week, maybe being around him, what's it like being around him between these starts? And it seems like his bullpens are a little more intense than usual.
No, they're intense. He's a pro and expects perfection from himself. But I think the biggest thing I continue to learn is, what a teammate he is. I mean, any given moment, there's a conversation with a teammate about pitch mechanics or shaping pitches or a coach, and he's always trying to pick the brains of others and people picking his brain. There's always good baseball talk.
Should we expect anything tonight? One eye closed, two eye closed?
I do think with Trevor, expect the unexpected. I'm not sure.
I saw Dustin May throwing back there today. You mentioned that he's been throwing B games and stuff. Is there a reason why? Is he working on something specific? Is it injury related? What's going on there?
Yeah, it was just an inning to face hitters, just to kind of check in on the delivery, which there was a B game that he just was out of sync. So he threw a pen, wanted him get him out there again against some hitters to see how his stuff played. So looking at it, it was a good outing, and in a couple 2-3 days he'll throw another pen and we'll get him into a big league game.
What do you want to see in sort of next progression from Dustin?
I think for Dustin, it's just being able to strike the breaking ball, locate the fastball, command the fastball, just stay in his delivery. Because when he does that, everything comes out of the same window, and he's very effective against right and left.
Thank you, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Eric Stewart. Go ahead, Eric.
Dave, Major League Baseball announced a bunch of rules they're going to try out at various levels of the minors this year. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on that. I guess one of them is in AA, having all the infielders on the dirt, and then maybe in the second half, making it so 2 on each side of second base. And then you have any thoughts on any of those rules?
I do like the way they're being aggressive as far as, if there's thoughts that Major League Baseball wants to implement to kind of try to make it happen as soon as possible to see how it plays out. I do think that we will get more intel once the minor league season, or as you mentioned, Eric, the AA season is played out. As far as my thoughts on the shift, no shift, I really don't have any preference. I really don't. Whatever kind of is implemented, I'm all for.
And you guys shifted the most in the majors last year, but it's just a matter of whatever the rules are, you'll figure out something, right? Is that kind of how you're looking at it?
Yeah, I do. And I think that I'm all for the best interest of the game, and that's not my decision, obviously. But yeah, within those parameters, we're going to do everything we can to gain the competitive advantage, within the rules. And I think that we shift as aggressive as anyone, and we convert balls into play into outs.
I got one other question about, potentially when you guys do make some roster moves, will it be like previous spring trainings where, guys who are reassigned, you still might bring them up to fill innings like in later games, like one game at a time type of a thing? Or is this kind of a different scenario this year?
It'll be similar to that, Eric. There's going to be a big wave, going Sunday, Monday, something like that. But we still will have the opportunity to bring some guys back to just continue to keep eyes on them. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
Next question is from Clint Pasillas. Go ahead, Clint.
Hey, Dave. I wanted to get, it's a little bit probably off topic, but I wanted to see if there was any updates on Caleb Ferguson and Tommy Kahnle as they're recovering from Tommy John.
So Caleb is been throwing. All reports are really good. And so as far as ETA, I really don't know right now, but he's progressing nicely. Tommy is on a slower program. So, he's still kind of in the training room, weight room, hasn't picked up a baseball. So he's certainly, behind Caleb right now.
We have time for one more. Go ahead, Maria.
Dave, you mentioned Cabert possibly playing a game by the end of the week. Is that still the plan?
Yeah, I'm going to have Cabert back up tomorrow, being Friday, and then he'll back up on Sunday as well. So, yeah, we'll get him in there to catch a couple, 2-3 innings tomorrow night.
And anything new on Joe Kelly or Mitch White?
Mitchell White, kind of status quo. I think he's still progressing. Joe Kelly, there's been some good improvement over the last few days. Threw a good bullpen a couple days ago, and I think that he's going to get on the mound again soon and start spinning some breaking balls. But when he faces hitters, when he gets in the game, that's certainly still down the road.
And one more.
What do you got, Jorge?
Just going off Eric's thing about the new rules. Did you see the
Yeah.
one about the step offs, the pickoffs? I'm just wondering, as a guy who stole bases, who specialized in that, what do you think about those rules? Limiting the number.
Great. I think it's great. I think that to have a right-hander or a left-hander have to disengage the rubber, if you're looking at trying to promote the run game, speeding up a delivery from the stretch, makes it more advantage to the hitter in that sense. It's going to be tougher for the pitchers, I think, as far as trying to control the running game. It'll be better for the potential base stealer. And as I understand it, Major League Baseball wants to get a little bit more dynamic, and that should certainly impact that.
Just your thoughts on Bauer tonight. Was he working on anything specifically, or is it just kind of a matter of getting all his pitch mix down and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think tonight for Trev, just to get up and down 4 times, get his pitch count up, build up some stamina, was the biggest takeaway. I think early on, just really didn't command the fastball. His breaking stuff just wasn't finishing. But I thought that 3rd inning, things started coming together a little bit, and just to get him in there to face hit of that 4th inning and get a strikeout right there, I thought we finished really strong.
What do you think of Tony? I mean, it looks like he's sort of found a little bit of a groove here.
Yeah, Tony's, I know I keep saying it, but he had a really good winter. He spent the entire winter in Los Angeles, and I just can't say enough about the commitment that he's made to himself and getting better. And so right now, he's using all the resources from the weight room to the pitch design guys to all the pitching guys, and he's just in a good place mechanically, clarity of mind, and he's going out there on the attack. And the fastball, slider, change-up, mix, breaking ball, all is working well right now, and he's getting left and right out, very efficient, command the baseball, and it's been really fun to watch.
Thank you.
Next question is from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, following up on that, what did you want to see from Tony this spring?
I think this is exactly what we're hoping to see. I think that a pitcher that's building off last year's success and wanting to get better, and commanding all 4 pitches that he has to all quadrants. That was a hope, and up to this point, spring training, he's done nothing but that.
And in what you've seen so far, does it make the decision starting or relieving harder or easier?
I would say harder, and that's a good thing. I think that, we've said from the outset that we've got 7, 8 starters deep, and Tony is one of them. And he's making decisions for us and the organization a lot more difficult, but that's a good thing for the Dodgers.
What have you thought of Zach McKinstry's defense? You've moved him around quite a bit.
Yeah, I think the main thing with Zach is that his willingness to play all over the diamond. Hasn't played much center field, if any. So to get out there, get his feet wet, get familiar with certain positions, I think is a good thing. But his versatility is his value is the versatility, the teammate in the batter's box. So Zach's continuing to progress.
How did he look on the double over his head?
I couldn't tell the jump, but he's still getting repetitions out there. So I don't know if it's a play that he could have made anyway, but I don't know if he had a play anyway.
Thanks.
Yep.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Dave, I know we talked about the one-eye thing last time for Trevor. He did it again tonight, and he mentioned that his right eye just wasn't focused. He feel like he was swimming. His head was kind of swimming. Did you notice anything there? What did you guys talk about it with him at all?
I didn't. I'm sure Mark talked to him. I didn't notice the one I closed tonight. It just, tonight he just couldn't, find his rhythm, or delivery wasn't synced up, consistent. But he knows what he's doing out there.
And it's Corey again. I mean, last night went left center. Tonight he does it again. Is he? You kind of just want to wrap him up and send him to LA right now?
That'd be nice if it was an option. For him to take a change up the other way like that, he's locked in. But Corey, like most players, he just comes back to health. He's in a good place physically.
Thank you.
Got time for one more. Go ahead, Clint.
Hey, Dave, I just wanted to get kind of your take on Will Smith's spring so far, more so in his building his rapport with the pitching and all that, his catching improvements.
No, it's just he's just continuing to improve. I think that his familiarity with game planning, all the pitchers, their tendencies, their strengths, weaknesses, he really has a good understanding of major league hitters. So right now, for me to play him every other day, I think is good for his buildup. He and Austin both, and I think he's taking really good at bats. So I think all around, Will just continues to get better.